ride, man. I'm not ride, man. I don't want them to ride, man, you see. I don't put up on the side, man, you see. Can't stop it up. Yeah, hear me, hear me, hear me. Yo! 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 Yo!
Hello friends, what is up? My name is Aubrey if you don't know me, and if you do know me, hello and welcome back to my channel. So today I decided I want to do some makeup for you guys. So I watched Nikkie Tutorials, the alphabet makeup challenge video, and the eye look that she did was so gorgeous. So I think I'm gonna try it today. We'll see how it goes. So since this is like a really colorful look and because it has like a really sharp wing, I'm gonna use tape for my eyes. There is no shame in using tape for your eyeshadow and eyeliner. Like, it doesn't make you a bad makeup artist or anything. It just makes it look so much more clean. I'm gonna start by doing my eyebrows. By the way, I fucking hate doing my eyes first and doing my eyebrows first, because when you go to like put foundation on, like on your forehead above your eyebrows, it just does not, it doesn't look cute. Also, I have to leave for work in an hour and a half, so I gotta try to do this real quick, sis. I feel like the only good thing about doing your eyebrows first is that you can like clean them up with concealer like really well and they look like sharper, but then I feel like the front part of them always gets covered up with a little bit of foundation, and I just really do not like how it looks. So because of the whole foundation thing, I like to bring my eyebrow in a little bit more than I usually would, because the foundation, when you put it between your brows, kind of covers it up a little bit, so it might look stupid right now, but when I put on foundation, it'll look a little more normal. I also really do not like doing my eyebrows with like no foundation on because my skin is super oily, so I feel like it makes a little bit too much product come off, so sometimes it looks a little bit whack. But the nice thing is if you fuck up, you literally can just like wipe it off and try again. Alright, so these are looking like a hot mess, so I'm going to go ahead and clean them up with concealer, and I'm going to do that really quick and I'll be back. Alright, so once I'm done with my eyebrows, I'm just going to take some more concealer on the same brush I used to carve out my eyebrow, and I'm just going to put it all over my eyelid, and I am not going to set it because we are using bright colors, so having a wet base it was gonna make those colors like pop a lot more than if I were to set it with powder. Alrighty, so once that is done, I'm gonna take my tape, and you can just use any tape. There's not like a specific one that you have to use. And for me personally, I like to make sure that the two pieces of tape are the same length, or else I will put them on uneven. And that's the worst, when you spend so much time doing your eyeshadow and stuff and then you take off the tape and they're like really uneven. So I know some people like to like put it on the back of their hand first and then take it off to make it a little bit less sticky, but because I don't have foundation on, I'm not going to do that. So you can just put it whatever angle you like. I just kind of like to line it up with like my lower lash line and go out from there, but I don't do it up so high that it'll like touch my eyebrow, so I like to have lots of lid space. And I like to make sure that I press mine down so there's no little like air bubbles, because if there are, when you do your eyeshadow, it'll get underneath the tape, and then when you take it off, it'll be like fucked up. Also, I always put mine way too close to my lower lash line, so I like, when I open my eyes, it like stabs me in the eye and it feels lovely. So I don't have the same palette that Nikkie used in her video, so this is probably gonna look a little bit different, but that's okay. Since concealer starts creasing really bad, before I start, I like to just take that same brush I put it on with and like go over it and make sure that there's no creases, or else your eyeshadow will look creasy and disgusting, and we really don't want that. I'm gonna start with just my tiny little Morphe M431 and some of the hot pink in the James Charles palette, and I'm just gonna start by like putting this all in my crease, and I'm gonna do it kind of high up. I'm gonna make sure that it's like nice and pigmented and like pretty dark, and we will blend it out later after I like just get the shape down. And I'm gonna kind of draw this like I'm gonna be doing like a full cut crease, so I'm gonna do that like wing shape almost, and we're gonna bring it down. Okay, and then once I'm happy with the shape, I'm gonna take a lighter pink And I'm just gonna blend like half on the dark pink and half on where there's no shadow right above there, just to kind of blend this out a little bit. And with blending, you just have to be really patient and just like blend in little tiny circular motions. When you're working with really bright colors, it gets a little bit frustrating when you're trying to blend because it takes such a long time to blend it out, and you have to keep going back in with the darker color to make sure that it shows up, because when you go over it with this lighter color like this and blend it out, some of the color kind of goes away. All right, and once that's like decently blended out, I'm gonna take my bigger fluffy brush, my Morphe M531, and that same light pink, and I'm just gonna kind of go over that just to blend it even more. All right, and I don't know if you can really tell because I'm filming this on my phone, which has a very shitty camera, but I kind of lost some of the hot pink and it's not as like vibrant, so I'm gonna go back in with the hot pink and just kind of like brighten that up again. So when you're working with color, it's a lot of just going back and forth and like adding more of the dark color, then blending it out with the light color, and then adding more of the light color, and until you're happy with it. So it's kind of like a tedious process, but I mean, once you figure it out, it looks so pretty. I love color eyeshadow. I'm not super into like neutral eyeshadows, like that's just me. Like, of course they look pretty, but it's just like boring to me, you know? I just like a good pop of color. I know most people would never wear like a hot pink eyeshadow just on like a normal day, but I do. I literally am just going to work and I'm gonna have a hot pink eyeshadow and I don't care. Alright, so after I'm happy with how that is blended out, I'm gonna go in with just a dark purple, and I'm just gonna focus this purple like in my outer corner, and I'm just gonna do like almost like a winged eyeliner with it, but I'm gonna blend it up into that pink just a little bit. So I'm pretty much just like filling in this little outer corner right here. And then once that is a good, once that's like dark enough, I'm gonna go back in with that hot pink and kind of blend the pink into the purple. And this, once again, it's just gonna be like going back and forth between the pink and the purple until I like how it's blended together. And I feel like there's a good ratio of like pink to purple, you know? Alrighty, so once that looks good, I'm gonna go ahead and cut my crease. I just use the same brush that I carve out my eyebrows with. It's a Morphe M421, it's just a little flat brush, and I just use my same concealer. I personally don't have a secret to doing cut creases. I know some people like to put a little bit of concealer on their lid and then like look up so that it gets on where your crease is supposed to be. But I've noticed that for my eyes, when I do that, it's uneven and it just, I don't like where it is. So I just kind of like go for it, and they're usually never even, and sometimes it's like up way higher than I want it to be, but it's okay. So I'm going to do what's called a half cut crease, which is where it doesn't go all the way out, it just kind of stops like halfway. And while I'm using this palette, I just want to let you guys know, if you're thinking about getting it, it is amazing and it's so pretty and it works so well. The colors are gorgeous, they're pigmented. But the only thing is that it stains your eyes really bad, so whenever you take off your makeup, my eye will be like pink later tonight, which personally I don't care. Like, I don't have a problem with that, but I know some people it bothers them. So just a little disclaimer if you're thinking about getting this palette. Alright, so I'm just gonna go to like the middle of my eye, I guess, a little bit past the middle of my eye. And once I get to like right there, I'm gonna kind of pat and like try to blend the concealer out just a little bit so that it's not like a super harsh line. And now I'm gonna take just this, I have no idea where this came from, it's just a little flat brush, and I'm gonna go in with like a shimmery blue shadow, and I'm not gonna wet my brush just because I'm putting this on wet concealer, so it's already a wet base, so it should look fine. If I have issues with it, then I will wet it, but I've used this shadow before and it's fine if you do it dry. Alright, I'm really gonna make sure that I like pack this on there so that it looks nice and vibrant. Alright, so once I have the color on there, I'm just gonna take the same brush with nothing on it and kind of take a little bit of that blue and blend it into the purple that's on the outer corner. And then to blend that even more, I'm gonna take a lighter purple and kind of put that just a tiny bit over the blue. Okay, I'm sorry that this light is really annoying right there. I don't want to sit like this. There's a window in front of me, like my neighbor's house, and the sun is reflecting off of it onto my face. So sorry if this light is really annoying. Now you could take the tape off, but while I have the tape on, like to do my eyeliner with the tape just because I think it looks a little bit sharper. So I'm gonna go in with my NYX Epic ink liner. I just got this the other day because my Kat Von D one is gone and I really don't like it. It's super liquidy, so it bleeds really bad, but it's all I have right now, so I'm just gonna be super careful. And I'm not gonna do like a huge wing, it's just gonna be a little one. All right, once my eyeliner is on, I'm gonna go ahead and take off the tape, and this is literally the most satisfying thing ever. Are you ready? Oh, yeet. Love that. Oh my god, I love that. It's so satisfying to take off the tape and then it just like looks so good. I'm gonna go ahead and do my foundation now. Alright, now I'm just gonna go in with my concealer, and by the way, I'm just using my the same stuff I used in my last video, the Makeup Revolution foundation and the concealer. Alright, I'm just gonna go in with my Maybelline Fit Me powder and set my whole face. Alrighty, now I'm going to go in with my bronzer, and I'm going to use my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer on a Morphe R14 brush, and I'm just going to bronze my face, just my cheekbones, my forehead, you know, the whole shebang. Gotta contour that double chin, and like I said in my first makeup video, I hate my nose, and it's impossible to contour it, so I just put a little bronzer across the bridge and pretend like I contoured it. Alrighty, after I bronze, I'm gonna go ahead and bake. I'm just gonna use the same powder and my sponge, and I'm gonna bake right under my contour, or my bronzer, I guess. I don't contour. And then I'm also gonna bake on the sides of my nose to once again pretend like I contoured. So now I'm just gonna take a little tiny brush, and I don't know what this brush is, it's just a little brush, and I'm gonna take just a pretty shimmery, like a really light gold, and I'm gonna put that to highlight my brow bone, and I'm also gonna use that same color to highlight my inner corner. And then I'm gonna go back in with that little pencil brush, and I'm gonna take some of that hot pink that we use, and I'm just gonna put this all on my lower lash line. All right, and then I'm gonna go in with that darker purple, and I'm just gonna put this right here on the outer corner, and I'm gonna try to keep it a little bit closer to my lash line than the pink so that you can still see the pink underneath it. Alrighty, so now I'm gonna go ahead and wipe off my bakeage, and I'm gonna go in with my Urban Decay blush in the shade Score and a Morphe E4, and just do a little bit of blush. And I always like to put a little bit just on the tip of my nose. I don't know why, I just do. I feel like it makes the look a little bit more cohesive, I guess. For highlighter, I'm gonna go in with my Anastasia Glow Kit and my Morphe highlighting brush that it rubbed off, so it's not on there anymore. And I'm gonna go in with the shade Moonstone, which is the more pinky toned highlighter, and we're just gonna put this right on my cheekbone, a little bit above the eyebrow, then a little on the chin, Cupid's bow, and then on my finger I just put tip of my nose and a little bit down the bridge. And after I highlight, I'm gonna go ahead and set my face with my Morphe setting spray. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put on my mascara and my lashes off camera, and I will be right back to finish this up. Alright, so I just put on some lashes. I like trimmed them really bad, so they're way too short. But I got these new Official Mink lashes. They're on Instagram. You just order them online, and they're in the style Queen. I was expecting them to be like super shitty because they were like $13 for a pack of 3 of them, but they're actually so pretty and I really like them. Since I'm just going to work, I really don't want to put lipstick on because I really hate having to like reapply lipstick all day. It's just annoying and I really don't want to do it. So I am just gonna go in with my Too Faced lip gloss. Okay, it doesn't say what shade it is, but I really like it, so I'm just gonna put a little bit of this on. Alright, this is the finished look. I really like how it turned out. It's definitely not my favorite eyeshadow that I've ever done, but it's cute, it's a look. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to my channel. It would mean the world to me. I will see you guys in my next video. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.